Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is open up the home page, the index HTML. And first of all, I don't like the font. They're using Times New Roman. I like Verdana. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And this font here in the menu, I'm going to make that black. And then this cell color, the blue, I don't really like that. I'm going to turn it into purple. And the orange text, let's get rid of that, make it black. Here and here. I'm going to justify this text, and that makes it even throughout that cell, stretches each sentence out all the way to the right. I also, save as I go along, just to make sure I don't lose any changes. Let's see, all this text, I'm going to make it a little smaller. And then I don't like the way the article names wrap down to another line, so I'm going to make each one shorter. It preserves the links. I'm just going to, highlight the ends of the article and put in a few dots. Now I definitely want to change the banner up above also. So I'm going to do a quick check on how large the table is. I see it's 800 pixels wide. So in Photoshop, I'm going to create a new file, a new image that's 800 pixels wide and 75 high. Now I want the banner the same color as the background of the cell that I changed to purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and click on the background color, and up here I can see the code that I need to use to get that purple color. I'm going to copy it. Now there were some commas in that code, so I paste it in here and just take out the commas because I'm going to need just the numbers. Copy that, go back to Photoshop and paste those numbers into the color selector. And now I'm going to use the fill tool and click on the banner, and it fills it with that purple color. That's the same as that background on the web page. Now I'm going to choose another color for the font, for the text that I'm going to put onto the banner. And I have my text tool selected. I'm going to make it larger and a different font type. Make it even bigger, center it. Now I'm going to look for some clip art that has to do with golfing that I can put onto the banner. So I'm using Microsoft Word, and I said I chose to insert clip art. I'm going to type in golf for a keyword and just look through the images that they give me. Okay, I like that one, so I'm going to copy. Go back to Photoshop and paste it into a new document. Now up here you'll see it's not at 100%. You want to make sure it's at 100% first before you resize it. That way you have a perfect idea of how big the image is. So that's 100%, and obviously we need it a lot smaller. So I'm going to do image size. Make sure it's at 72 pixels, and then I'm going to change the height to 75 because I know that's the height of my banner. And I'm going to copy that over to the banner, move it to where I want, and then use the magic wand tool Well, first I'm going to resize it, make sure it fits, and then I'll use the magic wand tool and click on the white areas and then press the delete key on my keyboard. That'll get rid of the white. I'm going to enlarge it so I can get to the smallest pieces of white up here by the golf club. Now it looks like that would take away part of the club too. So instead of that, I'm going to use the pencil tool. Make my brush smaller and get in there and just manually get rid of the white parts. Now I'm going to go to the layers, and you can see the text is on its own layer. I select the text layer, and I'm going to give it a drop shadow. Change the distance from the shadow from the actual text, and then I'm going to go to the bevel and emboss. And I'm just going to play around with the settings until the text looks the way I want it to look. Okay, now I'm going to look for some clip art of maybe an outline of Florida, since this is golfing in Florida. And when I find one I like, I will just click on the little arrow and choose copy. Switch back over to Photoshop, paste it into a new document, make sure the size is at 100%, and then resize it down. Copy that, paste it onto my banner and move it over. And we're going to use the magic wand again to get rid of the white. I'm just going to get in there and get some of the white areas out. I'm going to give it a little drop shadow. I'm going to save it as a JPEG, and I'm going to go back into the golfing folder and save it as the name of the banner, that ugly orange banner, and I'm going to replace it. Now I have to go back into front page and upload the new banner. It'll ask me if I want to replace the other one. Yes. And here it is. Now I like to have a little border around it, so I double click on it and put a 1 here in the border. And I save the page.